Our next speaker, I do believe that the planners of this committee put her name here second before I started drinking beer. I was going to call her JW, but they said I had to say her whole name. And it's not Water Jet Ski. To talk about adulting, I'm bringing up Jenna Watuszewski. Please welcome her.
Well, as you said, my name is Jenna Watuszewski. I'm a recent college graduate. I graduated from Doane in 2015, and I moved to Lincoln for law school, which I attend here, and I'm in my second year. Shortly after moving to law school, I bought my first house, and I quickly realized some things were changing about me, and it was this thing called adulting. I first started to realize things were different in my food habits. You see, a year ago, my roommates and I bought an ice cream cake with a cat on it. We weren't celebrating anything, but we really wanted an ice cream cake with a cat on it for dinner. Now, my roommates and I will still literally look for any reason to get an ice cream cake. I think me talking right now is pretty deserving of an ice cream cake. But our fridge is full of a lot more things like fruits and vegetables. In fact, at any given time, I can probably tell you what grocery store in Lincoln has the cheapest avocados. Now, a year ago, if I was on The Price is Right and the item was avocado, I would have said $2.99 sounded pretty good. Speaking of my fridge, I've also started to notice I don't buy alcohol that comes in plastic containers anymore. In fact, if you look at my fridge, you won't find any wine bottles that cost less than $3. I've just learned there's some things in life you gotta spend more money on. And there's one that's really kind of important. 2 words for you: toilet paper. You see, when I was in college, I only had one requirement for toilet paper: cheap. In fact, I still remember the day I actually splurged on toilet paper. I remember walking down the aisle, kicking myself in the butt, no pun intended, for spending an extra $3 on toilet paper. That's a whole bottle of Barefoot wine, in case you were forgetting that. But you know what? Being an adult just means buying the finer things in life. While we're talking about spending more money, all jokes aside, I do love being a homeowner. I love spending $150 to an air conditioning guy who comes out and tells me my air conditioning is broke when the temperature could have told you that. I love sweating gallons and gallons of sweat doing landscaping, only to have my grass grow back faster than Usain Bolt can run 100 meters. But I really, above all, just love the inherent authority I get to go to Menards. You see, I could have gone to Menards before I bought a house, but now I just feel entitled to it. And once I get into Menards, I'm literally distracted by everything. I have a sudden urge to build every closet device you can think of to wipe out my kitchen counters, but it's okay because there's an 11% rebate. Now, I don't know what a drug addiction feels like, but Menards has to be close for me. I think about Menards. I dream about Menards. I even lie to my roommates about where I'm going when I go to Menards. But it's an 11% rebate and I'm saving money. Speaking of coupons, I'm pretty sure a requirement of being an adult is cutting coupons. I literally don't know how you could afford to do it if you didn't, because everybody wants your money. A homeowners associations want $75 to make sure 3 little flowers on the corner of the subdivision looks nice. Movie theaters want more money because now all of a sudden you're an adult and therefore you should pay more. But above all, the most expensive person is my future self. That chick literally wants everything: savings accounts, retirement accounts, 401ks. All I can say is I sure hope my future self takes a lot of great vacations, because my current self can't even afford to pitch a tent in my backyard. All jokes aside, I will say I finally really started to notice that I was getting older when my younger friends would want to hang out and go downtown. Now, when I was 21, the epitome of a good weekend was drinking too many Dirty Shirleys, eating burritos at 2 a.m. because of said Dirty Shirleys, and now the thought of that literally makes me exhausted. Don't get me wrong, I love my friends, I love hanging out with my friends, but I also really like nap time and going to bed at 10 o'clock p.m. And you know, I'm not even sure what I would wear if I went downtown. My closet now consists of suits, cardigans, and shorts that cover both of my butt cheeks. If I tried to go downtown, I would literally look like Martha Stewart in a Britney Spears music video. And nobody wants to see that. But above all, being an adult isn't as bad as it sounds. In fact, if I want to go get a friggin' ice cream cake with a friggin' cat on it after this, nobody's gonna stop me. Thank you.
That's the adorable time of adulting. At my stage, it's like you buy a box of Staples, you're like, that's probably good. This 1,000 Staples might get me through. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hashtag throwing away more underwear. That would be my, no. Anyway.